In the previous chapter, Lin Moyu is being briefed on the Divine City's comprehensive structure. The domain is organized concentrically, radiating outward from the Divine City, which acts as its powerful core. This system divides the space into 4 distinct regions, where the level of danger, opportunity, and exclusivity intensifies as one moves inward. Outermost region, the most accessible starting point. Primary region. Intermediate region. High-level region. Located closest to the core, this area is reserved for the supreme elites and offers the highest stakes opportunities, escalating the inherent danger to the maximum. With that, let's continue.
The news that Lin Moyu was using a golden eagle god sovereign as a mount quickly spread on the human emperor network. Everyone present had many friends, and the news spread completely within a few minutes. In an instant, billions of cultivators in the Divine City knew about Lin Moyu's feat. This act was unprecedented and could be considered a historical first. The human race and the golden eagle race are sworn enemies, with deep-seated hatred, and they fight to the death upon meeting. Lin Moyu's action was immensely satisfying. Countless people praised Lin Moyu for his bold move. Moreover, the news continued to spread, and it wouldn't be long before most people in the Divine City star domain knew about it. It could be foreseen that the news would spread to the 4 star domains, and more people would know about it. Just as Lin Moyu arrived at the entrance of the secret realm, he inexplicably received a large amount of faith power. What's going on? Lin Moyu was a bit puzzled. He hadn't done anything, so how did he suddenly receive so much faith power? The amount of faith power was astonishing. He originally received over 300 units of faith power daily, but now it had increased to 400 units. The accumulation speed of faith power was also getting faster and faster. Although he couldn't figure it out, receiving faith power was a good thing, and some things didn't need to be overthought. Before entering the secret realm, Lin Moyu first accepted a task related to the mysterious Iron Secret Realm. Divine City Task: Explore the mysterious Iron Secret Realm, **. Enter the mysterious Iron Secret Realm, refine the mysterious iron, and obtain the essence of mysterious iron, **. Restrictions: only those from the 5th stage of the God King realm to the 3rd stage of the God Sovereign realm can enter, **. Completion criteria: obtain 1 unit of mysterious iron essence, **. Task reward: 100 Divine City merit points, no penalty for failure, **. Notes: there are many mysterious iron blocks in the mysterious Iron Secret Realm, some of which are aggressive. Please hide your aura, **. After refining the mysterious iron essence, it will try to escape. Be prepared to capture it, **. If you encounter mysterious iron burning with flames, retreat immediately, **. You can use Divine City merit points to purchase escape talismans. If in danger, use the escape talisman to leave the secret realm, **. The task rewards in the intermediate region were 10 times higher than those in the primary region, reaching 100 Divine City merit points. Similarly, cultivators in the intermediate region who wanted to advance to the high-level region needed as many as 100,000 Divine City merit points. Overall, the difficulty of advancement had not decreased. Fortunately, some secret realm tasks in the intermediate region offered rewards of 200 or even 300 points, which could speed up the advancement process. However, such secret realms were also much more dangerous. Advancement was still not easy. After accepting the task, Lin Moyu compared it with the information in the Secret Realm Strategy Group. As a 3rd stage member, he could access some of the Secret Realm information in the intermediate region. The information about the mysterious Iron Secret Realm was within the accessible range. In the Secret Realm Strategy Group, secret realms were also graded and distinguished by difficulty. The mysterious Iron Secret Realm was not highly difficult in the intermediate region, and 3rd stage members could access it. Many cultivators who had just arrived in the intermediate region from the primary region usually chose some less difficult secret realms. After reorganizing the information in the Secret Realm Strategy Group, Lin Moyu charged into the mysterious Iron Secret Realm. The moment he entered, discussions outside the secret realm erupted like a tidal wave. He went in. Can he clear the mysterious Iron Secret Realm? I don't know. Based on his past achievements, it seems like he has never failed to clear a secret realm. But it's hard to say. This is the intermediate region, and the difficulty of the secret realms has increased significantly. It's not that easy to clear. What if he clears it? Will the mysterious Iron Secret Realm disappear? What will we do for body refining? It might not be a bad thing if it's gone. Body refining doesn't yield much, and it's dangerous. Many people die in there every year. Exactly. If the mysterious Iron Secret Realm is gone, it might not be a bad thing. Everyone was discussing whether Lin Moyu could clear the mysterious Iron Secret Realm. Some busybodies posted the news of Lin Moyu entering the mysterious Iron Secret Realm on the Human Emperor Network and even started a betting pool. Countless more busybodies joined the betting pool. The number of people betting on Lin Moyu clearing the secret realm and those betting on him failing was roughly equal. Lin Moyu was unaware of what was happening outside. He was observing the secret realm, which was dimly lit. Above the secret realm, a layer of red clouds covered the sky. These were not ordinary rain clouds but clouds composed of dense iron powder. Within the clouds, flames flickered continuously, as if a raging fire was burning inside. The flames not only reddened the iron powder but also illuminated the world. This was a secret realm made entirely of iron. Everywhere he looked, there was iron. The iron inside could be divided into two types: ordinary iron, which was pitch black, and mysterious iron, which was dark red. The two were easy to distinguish. The task required finding mysterious iron and refining it into mysterious iron essence. Normally, a piece of mysterious iron about 1 meter square was enough to refine 1 unit of mysterious iron essence. Finding mysterious iron was not difficult, the challenge was in the refining process. Refining required the power of laws, and the time needed varied depending on the mastery and level of the laws, with no specific number. A god sovereign once entered and, with the help of the Law Star River, successfully refined a unit of mysterious iron essence in 10 minutes. This was the fastest record so far. For lesser god sovereigns, it would take at least several hours. For god kings with weaker strength and laws, it could take several days. With a thought, Lin Moyu summoned his skeletons. As his realm advanced to lesser god sovereign, the combat power of his undead army increased significantly. The combat power of the 3 basic skeletons had reached the god sovereign realm. In the mysterious iron secret realm, Lin Moyu didn't even need to use his skeleton generals. The 3 basic skeletons were enough to handle everything. This time, he deployed the skeleton warriors, who had accompanied him since the beginning. Not knowing the size of the secret realm, Lin Moyu released millions of skeleton warriors without hesitation. They spread out in all directions, exploring the secret realm for him. Soon, the first piece of mysterious iron was found. This piece of mysterious iron was irregularly round, with a diameter of over 2 meters, enough to refine into essence. Lin Moyu didn't move. A skeleton warrior carried the mysterious iron back. With the undead army doing the work, Lin Moyu, the master, could sit back and enjoy the results. The skeleton warrior placed the mysterious iron on the ground with a thud, causing a slight tremor. The ground, originally made of iron, sparked and dented under the impact. The mysterious iron was incredibly heavy, weighing at least 100,000 pounds. Lin Moyu waved his hand, releasing the law of undeath, which formed flames that enveloped the mysterious iron. Upon contact with the law of undeath, the mysterious iron quickly began to soften, and ripples like water appeared on its surface. Lin Moyu noticed that the mysterious iron essence was also absorbing the law. As it absorbed the law, its volume gradually decreased. Faintly, Lin Moyu seemed to hear the sound of hammering. The law acted like a hammer, continuously pounding out the impurities in the mysterious iron, leaving only the essence. As the hammering continued, the impurities in the mysterious iron decreased, eventually turning into mysterious iron essence. Mysterious iron essence is a god-sovereign level material, needed for many magical treasures. The law continued to infuse the mysterious iron, and Lin Moyu increased the output of the law. An hour later, the 2-meter diameter, 100,000 pound mysterious iron had shrunk to the size of a fist, with almost all impurities removed. The refining speed is acceptable, neither fast nor slow. Lin Moyu looked at his handiwork with satisfaction. The refined mysterious iron essence was entirely red, somewhat similar to the iron powder red clouds in the sky. It had absorbed the laws and was no longer solid but had become very soft. It was now only the size of a fist, looking like a soft red liquid. However, if used to hit someone, it would surely be lethal. A fist-sized piece of this material weighed over 50,000 pounds, which was extremely astonishing. Ordinary ground or other magical treasures of the same size couldn't possibly be this heavy. In the great world, there's a type of star called a white dwarf, said to be the remnant of a star's explosion, with an incredibly astonishing weight. There's also something called a neutron star, which is even heavier than a white dwarf. However, these two types of stars are very rare, at least not common in the human star domain. If there's a chance in the future, I can go and see them. The task is complete, now it's time to get down to business. Lin Moyu put away the mysterious iron essence. He wasn't very interested in it. Apart from submitting it for the task, it had no other use for him. Coming to the mysterious iron secret realm, body refining was the main task, and the task was just an additional part. In the mysterious iron secret realm, there are 3 methods for body refining, ranging from easy to difficult. The first method is the simplest. Find a piece of mysterious iron and, without using any laws, simply use your body to collide with it. Mysterious iron is a special material. When it hasn't absorbed any laws, its hardness is incredibly astonishing. Not only is its hardness astonishing, but it also has a rebound characteristic. When the body collides with it, it will receive a multiplied counterforce. This counterforce will damage the body but not too severely. Through repeated damage and repair, the body will gradually strengthen. As long as it's controlled properly, there won't be any danger. This is the safest method, but also the least effective. Body refining will only affect the surface and cannot reach the internal organs. Lin Moyu is different from ordinary cultivators. He has deeply researched body refining. Body refining involves not only the skin, flesh, and bones but also the internal organs. The skin and flesh are easy to refine, but the internal organs are not. So Lin Moyu ignored and abandoned the first method, finding it unworthy. The second method is much more dangerous. It requires finding a piece of moving mysterious iron. Such mysterious iron exists in the secret realm, but not in large quantities. This moving mysterious iron doesn't have any intelligence but instinctively repels outsiders. They will actively chase and collide with outsiders. The force of their collisions is very strong and cannot be controlled by the cultivator. At the same time, this mysterious iron has another characteristic. Its collisions carry a special force that penetrates the skin and flesh, reaching the internal organs. Using them for cultivation can refine both the exterior and interior of the body, significantly enhancing the effect. However, the danger also increases significantly. Every year, some cultivators are shattered by this mysterious iron. Although cultivators don't care about their bodies, and losing the body doesn't mean death, as long as the soul remains, the body can be reconstructed. However, the reconstructed body cannot compare to the original and requires a long time to recover to its original level. Once the body is shattered, the soul will be exposed, and the moving mysterious iron will chase the soul. If unlucky, one might die inside. The third method is the most dangerous. It involves directly entering the iron powder red clouds in the sky and using them to refine the body. The iron powder red clouds contain a special type of iron powder, said to be the essence of the mysterious iron. However, no one has ever obtained it, not even God's sovereigns. Some have tried using the iron powder red clouds for body refining and found the effect excellent, at least dozens to hundreds of times better than the second method. But the danger is at least 1,000 times greater. The discoverer tried it once, and his body improved significantly. After sharing this information, he tried it a second time and never returned. Later, others also tried using the iron powder red clouds for body refining, confirming its effectiveness, but the danger was too great, with a mortality rate exceeding 99.9%. For most people, the other 2 methods are more suitable. After studying the 3 methods, Lin Moyu determined that the third method was the most suitable for him. Moreover, after understanding the true nature of the iron powder red clouds, he thought of a fourth method. In the iron powder red clouds, there are indeed flames burning. These flames are called mysterious iron red flames, the most dangerous existence in the mysterious iron secret realm. The task reminder mentioned that encountering mysterious iron wrapped in flames refers to the mysterious iron red flames. Even a god sovereign would suffer greatly if touched by the mysterious iron red flames. For those below the god sovereign level, touching it means certain death. However, Lin Moyu felt that this might be the best thing for his body refining. Just like the flashing star fire back then, each was extremely dangerous. And the subsequent mysterious places were also exceptionally dangerous. If afraid of danger, then there's no need to refine the body. Lin Moyu murmured to himself, although I'm not afraid of danger, I can't be too reckless. Let's try the moving mysterious iron first, starting from the easier method and progressing step by step. Lin Moyu skipped the first method and directly started with the second method. The skeleton god warriors had already found several pieces of moving mysterious iron. These pieces of mysterious iron flew in the air, chasing the skeleton god warriors. Their speed was very fast, not slower than the skeleton god warriors. If encountered by a lesser god sovereign, it would be troublesome. For a god king, there would be no good solution other than waiting to be hit. Or use an escape talisman to leave the secret realm. A skeleton god warrior returned, followed closely by a piece of mysterious iron, relentlessly pursuing. Lin Moyu activated the Eye of the Soul and looked carefully. Under the Eye of the Soul, the essence of this moving mysterious iron was revealed. The mysterious iron was no different from other mysterious iron. But on it, there were some fragments of ancient runes. It was these fragments that made it move. It looked like it had life, but it wasn't. Lin Moyu saw through its essence. As I thought, it's actually a type of rune beast. Ordinary rune beasts have no physical form, purely evolved from ancient runes. But here, with the presence of mysterious iron, the rune beast has a physical form. Unfortunately, it still hasn't developed intelligence. The ancient runes were broken and couldn't evolve intelligence, only instincts. Lin Moyu put away the skeleton god warrior, and the next second, the mysterious iron rune beast targeted Lin Moyu, charging at him. Lin Moyu stood still, his whole body glowing with golden light, the God King golden body shining brightly. He retracted all laws, relying solely on his physical body to withstand the collision. Boom! The mysterious iron rune beast collided with him, the golden light shining brilliantly. Lin Moyu was pushed back several steps, but that was all. The mysterious iron rune beast was also sent flying by the immense counterforce, circling in the air before charging down again. Lin Moyu's body trembled slightly, the force from the ancient rune fragments invading his body, vibrating at a high frequency. His flesh and blood rubbed against each other under the vibration, suffering minor damage but recovering instantly. The improvement to his body was minimal. As for his internal organs, there was no sensation at all. Lin Moyu knew that the power of the ancient rune fragments was too weak for him. This vibrating force couldn't reach his internal organs. This method was meaningless for him. Seeing the mysterious iron rune beast charging again, he clenched his fist, golden light flashing, and punched out. The law of undeath gushed out wildly, accompanying this punch, and heavily struck the mysterious iron rune beast. The ancient runes on it shattered instantly, dissipating into points of light. Once the ancient runes shattered, it was equivalent to the rune beast's death. The mysterious iron was blasted straight into the sky, flying out of sight, completely disappearing from view. Only Lin Moyu himself knew how heavy this punch was. With the God King golden body, just the power of his physical body was enough to shatter stars. The law of undeath was mainly used to destroy the fragments of ancient runes. Combining the two, even without using any techniques, was enough to crush other lesser god sovereigns. The second method is too weak for me. I can only try the iron powder red clouds. I hope it won't disappoint me. Lin Moyu slowly rose into the air, getting higher and higher, flying towards the iron powder red clouds 100,000 meters up in the sky. The temperature was rising rapidly. The closer he got to the iron powder red clouds, the more scorching it became. When he was still 10,000 meters away, the temperature had already exceeded that of a star, at least several 100,000 degrees. However, this temperature was nothing for cultivators. Lin Moyu was just curious why such a high temperature only existed within a certain range. As long as one stayed far enough away, the temperature would drop sharply, returning to normal. To Lin Moyu, it felt like some mysterious force had confined the temperature within a certain range. Not just the temperature, but the iron powder red clouds were the same. The powder of mysterious iron should not be light in weight. Normally, it would be impossible for it to float in midair without falling. Soon, Lin Moyu was less than 100 meters from the iron powder red clouds. In his view, countless iron powder particles gathered together, rolling endlessly in the sky. Within the red clouds, flames constantly flickered and flashed. Here, he felt a suction force. It was this suction force that confined the iron powder and temperature within a certain range. Lin Moyu sensed for a moment, his expression becoming solemn. There are ancient runes inside, and they're quite complete. If the physical body is destroyed in the red clouds, the soul will lose its physical protection and be captured by this suction force, unable to escape. This is the essence of why the iron powder red clouds are so dangerous. Lin Moyu saw through the essence, but seeing through it didn't mean he had a solution. If he wanted to strengthen his physical body, he could only enter it. Arriving in front of the iron powder red clouds, he only needed to raise his hand to touch them. The suction force here had increased a bit, but as long as one's physical body was intact at the God King realm, they could resist this suction force. Let's start courting death. Lin Moyu muttered to himself self-mockingly, slowly extending his hand to touch the red clouds. In an instant, intense vibrations transmitted into his fingers. Iron powder enveloped his fingers, continuously vibrating and rubbing, with an absurdly high frequency. Lin Moyu felt that his fingers were enduring tens of thousands of vibrations every second. This was just the vibration from one iron powder particle, and the part he was touching had at least dozens of particles. These vibrations superimposed, penetrating through flesh and blood, reaching the bones. Lin Moyu withdrew his laws and also restricted the ability of damage transfer. All the damage was not transferred to the undead army but was fully borne by himself. On his fingers, golden light flickered as the God King golden body was fully activated. Under the intense friction, the God King golden body gradually collapsed, and the vibration force began to damage his physical body. Blood seeped from his fingers, and countless dense wounds appeared. His fingers looked terribly gruesome, but the damage to the bones was even more severe. Under the continuous intense vibrations, numerous cracks appeared in the bones as well. These cracks were very fine but reached deep into the bones. This kind of vibration continuously destroyed the body from the inside out. Even the God King golden body couldn't withstand it, let alone other cultivators. Those God Kings and lesser God Sovereigns, their physical bodies were only at the true God realm, some even just at the early stages of the true God realm. Here, they would be shattered in an instant. When the bones in his fingers were almost completely shattered, turned into powder, the law of undeath finally surged over. The abundant life force in the law of undeath poured into his fingers, healing the injuries at an astonishing speed. The healing speed far exceeded the speed of destruction. In just a few seconds, his fingers had fully recovered. Lin Moyu could clearly feel that his fingers, after being broken and rebuilt, were a bit stronger than before. His eyes revealed joy. Even if it was just a tiny improvement, it was a good thing. Body refining was originally a meticulous process that took time. It was precisely because it was so slow that cultivators in this era had abandoned it. Lin Moyu believed that in ancient times, there must have been people who cultivated their physical bodies, otherwise the saying about perfect advancement wouldn't have been passed down. Look at the cultivators from the Black Blood Great Realm, their physical bodies were absurdly strong. There was also Antari's advice. For various reasons, a beautiful wish in his heart had turned into an obsession, prompting Lin Moyu to finally make the decision to cultivate his physical body to the extreme. Having confirmed that the iron powder red clouds could cultivate the physical body, Lin Moyu plunged headfirst into them. The clothes on his body instantly turned to powder, and countless iron powder particles enveloped his body, turning Lin Moyu into a red iron powder man. The red iron powder vibrated terribly, tens of thousands of times per second, superimposing on each other. Lin Moyu's God King golden body only lasted a short 5 seconds before completely shattering. Then the vibrations entered his body, destroying flesh and blood, shattering bones. In just a few seconds, Lin Moyu had turned into a bloody man, with blood gushing from countless wounds all over his body. His body seemed to be collapsing, the bones inside all turned to powder. If it weren't for a layer of skin and flesh still holding together, a gust of wind could blow Lin Moyu away. Lin Moyu remained extremely calm, his eyes steady without a hint of panic. He had experienced such scenes countless times and was long accustomed to them. It's just that his body covered in blood, with blood constantly flowing from his eyes, completely mismatched his calm expression. Not at the limit yet, can still wait a bit longer. A hoarse voice came from his mouth. With a slight movement of his lips, flesh separated from his body. His words stopped abruptly halfway. His vocal cords had broken, and a bloody hole appeared on his neck. His skin began to rupture on a large scale, hair left his body, flesh dispersed, and bones were exposed. The bones had long since turned to powder under the vibrations, and now they began to leave his body. It looked like Lin Moyu's body was about to completely collapse, his physical body destroyed. Open. With a light shout, a white light suddenly lit up. In the red iron powder, the white light was so dazzling. With 100% law control, the life force in the law of undeath, carrying abundant vitality, swept through every corner of Lin Moyu's body like a fierce wind. Flesh regenerated, bones recovered, blood flowed back. In just 3 seconds, Lin Moyu was restored to his original state. The Divine King's golden body collapsed again, and then the iron powder directly vibrated the flesh, reaching the bones. The iron powder enveloped every part of the body, from head to toe, leaving no corner untouched. Lin Moyu silently counted in his heart. This time, the collapse of the Divine King's golden body was a bit slower than last time. It was slower by about 0.1 seconds, indicating some improvement in the Divine King's golden body. However, Lin Moyu discovered another problem. The vibration force of the iron powder did not penetrate the internal organs. Although the vibration force was strong, it stopped at the bones. By the time the vibration force affected the internal organs, the body would have already collapsed into a pool of blood, rendering it ineffective. Body refining should include the internal organs. Training only the skin, flesh, and bones, although useful, is not perfect. Lin Moyu pursued perfection, and this imperfect body refining naturally could not satisfy him. Covered in blood, Lin Moyu's eyes showed a thoughtful expression. He took a deep breath. Like a whirlwind, a large amount of iron powder was inhaled into his body, directly reaching the internal organs. The iron powder continued to vibrate violently inside his body without stopping. The intense vibrations inside and outside his body collided. Lin Moyu's body exploded on the spot, his flesh and blood bursting like fireworks. Then, a flash of purple light passed, and his body returned to normal. His rebirth talent was activated, and Lin Moyu was reborn. After the rebirth, Lin Moyu showed a self-deprecating smile, overdone. He had inhaled too much at once, and his internal organs couldn't withstand it, causing his entire body to shatter. When the body shattered, the soul was also affected. After all, he had not yet reached the level of a divine sovereign. Although his soul quality was high, it had not been baptized by the law of the Star River and could not leave the body. Therefore, his talent was activated, and he was reborn. The strength of the internal organs is still much weaker than the skin, flesh, and bones. But my idea should be correct, just need to take it easy. He opened his mouth again and carefully inhaled a small amount. This time, he inhaled only 1/10 of the previous amount. The iron powder entered his body and began to vibrate in his internal organs. At the same time, there was intense vibration on his skin, flesh, and bones. At this moment, Lin Moyu experienced the sensation of ice and fire. His body was bleeding, and as time passed, Lin Moyu used his extremely sensitive soul to sense his flesh. At the moment of reaching the limit, he used the undying law to disperse the iron powder and heal himself. After the healing was complete, he repeated the process. Each time, the improvement was minimal, and as the number of training sessions increased, the improvement effect became weaker. The whole process was extremely boring and mentally exhausting. It was completely different from comprehending the laws. Closing oneself off for hundreds of years was very normal, and time passed unconsciously, relatively easily. In comparison, Lin Moyu had to admit that training the soul was indeed much easier. He knew very well that others could not train like him. They might have to wait for their bodies to recover after each injury before continuing, which would be completely inefficient. Only he, who could continuously heal and whose healing effect was better than the law of life, could use this method to train. It wouldn't work for anyone else, even those who mastered the law of life, as their healing would be much slower. To achieve the best effect, Lin Moyu waited until he was a minor divine sovereign and had fully mastered the laws before truly starting. In fact, every step was calculated and carefully weighed. The training continued, and his body gradually became stronger through repeated self-destructive training. Although the process was boring and tiring, Lin Moyu began to enjoy the feeling of becoming stronger. His mouth and eyes always carried a smile, almost to the point of madness. Buddhist clan, Pure Land. In the core area of the Buddhist clan, only ancient Buddhas and Buddha lords could reside. In the center of the Pure Land stood 3 towering Buddha towers. The 3 towers belonged to the 3 Buddha lords and were called the Buddha Lord Towers. Past Buddha, present Buddha, future Buddha. In the Pure Land, besides the Buddha Lord Towers, there were also some smaller ancient Buddha towers belonging to the ancient Buddhas. Suddenly, a beam of light shot up from the future Buddha's tower. The Pure Land was filled with wind and clouds, and thunder roared. All the ancient Buddhas looked up at the Buddha Lord Tower. Silence. A solemn voice rang out, and the ancient Buddhas closed their eyes and fell silent. In the future Buddha's tower, the present Buddha and past Buddha appeared simultaneously. The prayer beads in the future Buddha's hand broke, and hundreds of beads scattered on the ground. The originally dignified future Buddha now looked pale, with disheveled hair and lingering fear in his eyes. It was incredible for a Buddha Lord to be in such a state. Future Buddha Lord, what happened? The future Buddha Lord chanted a Buddhist mantra. I observed fate and explored the future, discovering our Buddhist clan bathed in blood, with bones everywhere. The faces of the past Buddha and present Buddha changed dramatically. Did you find the cause? The future Buddha shook his head slightly. I tried to explore and trace fate, but all attempts failed. The past Buddha said in a deep voice, could it be that someone is targeting our Buddhist clan? Is this a warning from fate? The present Buddha frowned, quickly turning the prayer beads in his hand. Fate is unpredictable. Perhaps what the future Buddha saw is just one possibility. The past Buddha nodded. Regardless, we must be prepared. The present Buddha thought for a moment and said, let the disciples of the ancient Buddhas go to the great world to gather information. Maybe they will find something. And please, future Buddha, try to explore fate again to see if you can get more information. The future Buddha said softly, I will. I leave the clan's matters to you too. In the Pure Land, Buddhist decrees were issued, spreading throughout the Buddhist clan. Many members of the Buddhist clan left and entered the great world. In the central hall of the human clan's divine city, the Killing Saint Sovereign, Heavenly Saint Sovereign, How Saint Sovereign, Battle Saint Sovereign, and Rune Saint Sovereign gathered. The Battle Saint Sovereign said in a low voice, "I used the Mirror of Fate to cover the plan, but the future Buddha of the Buddhist clan might have sensed something." The Killing Saint Sovereign snorted, "The law of fate is troublesome. I can't even assassinate him." If the Killing Saint Sovereign wanted to assassinate the past Buddha or present Buddha, there was a slim chance. But there was no possibility of assassinating the future Buddha. The future Buddha could glimpse the future through the law of fate, and at the Saint Sovereign level, he would have a premonition of future events. The Killing Saint Sovereign would be sensed before he even made a move. The Heavenly Saint Sovereign said calmly, "No matter. Even if he senses it, he won't know where the danger comes from. I guess the Buddhist clan will take action soon. They might send disciples to the great world to gather information. But they are destined to find nothing. The more this happens, the more uneasy the Buddhist clan will become. We don't need to do anything. Don't alert them. This way, the Buddhist clan will retreat and guard their star domain. As long as we can reach an agreement with the Starry Sky Fish clan, we can trap them and wipe them out." As the Heavenly Saint Sovereign spoke, there was a hint of killing intent. The How Saint Sovereign sneered, "It's time to settle the scores from all these years." The Killing Saint Sovereign's killing intent was the strongest. Those traitors, none of them will escape. Lin Moyu had no idea how long he had been cultivating in the mysterious Iron Secret Realm. Time had lost all meaning. He continued tirelessly, repeating the monotonous process over and over again. The progress of his physical body was very slow, but fortunately it never stopped, constantly improving bit by bit. This was the nature of cultivation. It wasn't about who could go the fastest, but who could persevere to the end and go the farthest. The God King Golden Body, which could initially only last for 3 seconds, could now endure for 30 seconds, a tenfold increase. After the God King Golden Body collapsed, it now took several minutes for the vibrations of the iron powder to grind his physical body to pieces. His physical body had advanced from the second stage of the God King realm to the fourth stage. The cycles were getting longer and longer, but the effects were diminishing. Lin Moyu knew it was time to go deeper. He could sense that deeper within the iron powder red clouds, there was an even more magnificent power, with more intense vibrations. These vibrations were like knives and swords, rubbing and cutting at his physical body. As long as he could withstand it, he could continue cultivating. Until these vibrations could no longer harm his body, that would be the limit. Lin Moyu began to go deeper, flying towards the depths of the red clouds. Countless iron powder particles flew over, surrounding Lin Moyu and vibrating violently. As they vibrated, they made a sound like metal scraping against metal. Lin Moyu didn't know how deep the iron powder red clouds went. He only knew that after advancing several thousand meters, the vibrations of the iron powder intensified. Numerous wounds reappeared on his skin, and his bones ached with pain. Lin Moyu stopped, slowly took a breath, and inhaled some iron powder, giving himself a taste of both ice and fire. His face was quickly covered in blood, as was his body, turning him back into a bloody figure. But beneath the blood, his eyes were exceptionally clear and spirited. Lin Moyu looked into the depths of the red clouds, where a red flame was burning. The red flame vibrated extremely violently, over 1,000,000 times per second. As it flickered, it continuously released a special energy, like rules, constraining countless iron powder particles within a certain area. It also caused these iron powder particles to vibrate continuously like itself. There were quite a few such red flames in the iron powder red clouds. This red flame is probably not the core. There should be something else at the core. Through the eye of the soul, Lin Moyu saw ancient runes contained within the red flame. At the same time, inside it there was also mysterious iron essence, which served as fuel for the red flame. Lin Moyu's mind was clear as a mirror, knowing his next goal. When the iron powder here lost its effect, he would seek out the red flames, let them burn him, and continue cultivating his physical body using the red flames. Having found a way to continue improving, Lin Moyu was in high spirits. Just as his physical body was about to collapse, white light flickered, and abundant life force appeared, healing his body. Then another cycle began anew. Here, the cutting force of the iron powder's vibrations had increased, the cycles were shorter, and efficiency had improved. But compared to the initial cycles of 10 odd seconds, it was still several times slower. Lin Moyu wasn't in a hurry. Throughout his journey, he had deeply understood one principle. Steady and sure, each step must be taken firmly. Outside the secret realm, a group of God Kings were full of doubts. Lin Moyu has been in the secret realm for almost 30 days now, why hasn't he come out yet? Yeah, if it was just to complete the task, 2 or 3 days would be enough. If it's for body refining, it would be slower, but normally it would only take 10 to 15 days. Could he be continuously refining his body in there? Is there another possibility, that he died in there? Impossible, with his strength, he couldn't possibly die in there. You can't say for sure. What if he encountered the red flames inside? Exactly, even God's sovereigns have to retreat when facing the red flames. With bad luck, they could die too. Everyone felt confused. After Lin Moyu entered the secret realm, there had been no movement from him. Thus, all kinds of speculations were born. Some thought Lin Moyu was continuously refining his body in the secret realm, while others believed Lin Moyu had already died inside. However, regardless of the speculation, there was no actual evidence. Days passed one by one, and in the blink of an eye, 50 days had passed since Lin Moyu entered the secret realm. According to the records of the mysterious Iron Secret Realm, the longest anyone had spent body refining inside was 48 days. Lin Moyu had already broken that record. However, everything would have to wait until Lin Moyu came out to be confirmed. If Lin Moyu had really died inside, this record wouldn't count. In the secret realm, sharp friction sounds constantly emanated from within the iron powder red clouds. It sounded as if countless knives were cutting something. The sound of metal friction was unpleasant, but Lin Moyu, as the source of the sound, paid no attention to it. Finally reached the limit. The iron powder could no longer cause him any harm. Whether it was his skin, flesh, bones, or internal organs, the iron powder had lost its effect. His physical body had officially reached the 6th stage of the God King realm. At this level, his physical body was comparable to many peak god sovereigns. Only those at the other shore realm would have physical bodies surpassing Lin Moyu's. Body refining with iron powder had reached its limit. The next step was body refining with red flames. Lin Moyu calculated the time. He had been in the secret realm for exactly 50 days. Advancing 4 stages in 50 days, if people knew this speed, it would definitely scare a large number of them to death. Others here might need half a day for each cycle, spending most of the time recovering their physical bodies. Unlike him, who initially completed a cycle in just over 10 seconds. The difference between 10 odd seconds and half a day was over 1,000 times. His 50 days were equivalent to several hundred years for others. Moreover, as the efficiency of the iron powder decreased later on and each cycle took longer, for others, the time would increase exponentially, making the gap even larger. And the level of danger was not even in the same league. For others, one moment of lost control could mean death and destruction of their Tao. If calculated carefully, his gains in 50 days were more than what others would gain in 1,000 years. In 1,000 years, as long as one's talent wasn't poor, they could cultivate from the 1st stage of the God King realm to the 9th stage. And the danger was so high. Body refining was far more difficult than soul cultivation. Lin Moyu took a deep breath, inhaling a large amount of iron powder. Immediately, intense friction sounds resonated inside his body. He then exhaled all the iron powder and looked towards the red flames thousands of meters away. I hope you won't disappoint me. Arriving in front of the red flames, he reached out to touch them. The God King golden body only lasted 1 second before completely collapsing. The strength of the red flames far exceeded Lin Moyu's imagination. The red flames jumped violently, like knives, instantly drilling into his fingers. Carrying intense vibrations, they penetrated his skin and flesh, entered his bones, and then his internal organs. They integrated into every inch of his body in an instant. An intense burning sensation swept through his entire body, and Lin Moyu instantly became a man of fire. Lin Moyu's entire body was vibrating violently. At this moment, he had become a second red flame. Under the intense high temperature and terrifying vibrations, countless cracks appeared on Lin Moyu's body, but no blood flowed out. All the blood had been dried up. In just 3 seconds, his physical body had already reached its limit and was about to collapse. White light shone, and abundant life force flowed throughout his body. It's different from before. It can't be dispersed. Lin Moyu was shocked in his heart. The law hadn't been able to disperse the red flames immediately. The red flames were still burning fiercely, continuing to destroy his physical body. The law of undeath continuously healed his physical body, while the red flames continuously destroyed it. The two seemed to be competing in speed, seeing which was stronger and faster. Lin Moyu wasn't panicked. There was a hint of joy in his heart. This is better, more efficient. He continuously drove the law, contending with the red flames. One moment his body was cracked by the red flames, the next moment the life force healed the wounds. The two forces used Lin Moyu's physical body as a battlefield, with the battle spreading to every corner of his physical body. His physical body was also rapidly improving under this state.